All right, welcome back. Sports Show YouTube. We're going back 1995 NBA playoffs, Game 5, first round. Houston against the Utah Jazz. Hakeem Olajuwon against the mailman, Karl Malone. It'll be a great matchup here between two legends, especially out there in that Western Conference. During the 94 to 95 season, Hakeem, the Dream, averaging 27.8 points per game, almost 11 rebounds at 10.8. 3.4 whoosh, blocks, 1.8 steals. Give me that. As the Rockets will go 47-35, capture an NBA championship, knocking off the Orlando Magic, the other side, the mailman, 26.7 points per game. Give me 10.6 rebounds. Give me some steals at 1.6 and a couple blocks in here at 1 block per game. The Jazz, great regular season, 60-22, but will be getting bounced in the first round by this Houston Rocket team. This Houston Rocket team, back-to-back NBA championships. During Jordan's absence, always the argument, will they still be able to get there and win them championships? But Jordan, if he would not have retired early, I guess that's why we got NBA 2K to decide that. But let's do this. 1995 NBA playoffs. Hakeem against the mailman. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Let's do it.
And the opening tap goes to the Houston Rockets. Right off the bat to Olajuwon with the fall away on the baseline.
Very quickly, see if he's aggressive at the offensive end. They attack him.
3-on-2 for the Jazz. Stockton kicks to Hornacek. Malone can't get it to fall. Stockton on the move. We're still tied at 2. Malone through the foul.
The ball was laid out, and nobody came to get it. Kenny Smith should have reacted to that pass, and they end up with a turnover, and Malone goes at the basket, but they call the foul before he gets the shot.
Stockton, top of the key, got it.
Corey feels that he can score against David Benoit all day long, and he may be their X factor. Chilcutt slides in for 2.
Nice look.
Look at Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm convinced if Hakeem Olajuwon played in this era, he would have the ball handling skills. He already had the crossover, but coming up, playing point guard like a lot of these big guys do now, he'd be like Kevin Durant. I really believe that. Crossing dudes up right there at the top of the key with a nice pass.
Down low by Hakeem Olajuwon.
Part of the early storyline has been turnovers and the inability to get Karl Malone off. Out of the timeout, they get Karl Malone his first 2. Back down and double team.
Here's Olajuwon, the fall away on the baseline.
Where they look.
Drexler. And Hornacek looking for Malone up ahead, got fouled! And that would not have counted. Malone with the turnaround. Got it.
Along with Olajuwon.
Spinning on Donaldson and then the fall away, and that's 6 for Hakeem.
At the tempo that the Utah Jazz, the home team, likes. Olajuwon, a call against Antoine Carr.
Antoine Carr.
Button it up.
Antoine Carr with the shades. You remember back in the day, man, you had, Kurt Rambis with the goggles. You had Horace Grant with the bigger kind of swimming-looking goggles. And you had Antoine Carr with the shades looking cool as shit.
Lob for Hakeem. And Carr drew the foul.
Too deep. This time it'll be Antoine Carr trying to keep Olajuwon from getting that position. That's a second foul.
Into the game for the Rockets. And Carr going to go to work on it. Tough shot. Tap no good. And saved by Drexler. Shaquille O'Neal and the Orlando Magic. Drexler. Clyde Drexler red hot here to start the second quarter. Chilcutt trying to handle Malone. Quick spin. And drew the foul. Hakeem Olajuwon wants an offensive foul from Malone, and he may have a point.
Well, Karl Malone knows how to draw fouls and knows how to ward people up. This is a beautiful example of an offensive player creating a foul. Watch that lead arm. He goes out with that right arm and just barrels into Olajuwon to make some space and get the call.
to Malone. And the whistle blows before he made his move. Chilcutt will be guilty of the foul. And now Malone's going to clear out down low.
He's going to stay in there. There's nothing that Chucky Brown can do. There's nothing that Chilcutt can do.
Malone with double team finds Chambers on the baseline and a travel. Chambers took an extra step before he got rid of the ball. Mario has problems with...
Sorry, I know we're pausing a lot here. Tom Chambers was a superstar out there with the Phoenix Suns, man.
And says he needs the extra room. Olajuwon fouled on the baseline.
Passive at the offensive end.
Lost the ball. Hornacek recovered. 4-on-1 for the Jazz. Malone.
Utah Jazz back in the game, and the crowd in it as well.
Olajuwon fade away, hit it again.
The next foul, they come into Olajuwon.
And Adam Keefe and Olajuwon, and a technical foul has just been called on Keefe. And look at Jerry Sloan, and he just got a technical. Malone with the turnaround, and fouled by Charles Jones.
Over Hornacek, so he knows he can get a shot away.
Benoit left open for the three, and he answers back. Herrera lost for the rest of the playoffs with a dislocated shoulder. Malone. Malone. Again. Kenny Smith, Drexler, Olajuwon, and Robert Horry. And now Olajuwon is hurt. And Horry slams the ball down, but let's check on Hakeem Olajuwon, who is grabbing his left wrist.
He was hooked with James Donaldson, and on the way out of there, started grabbing the hand and then just went to the floor in pain.
Well, the Houston Rockets already crippled by the loss of Vernon Maxwell and Karl Herrera can ill afford to lose last year's MVP in the postseason.
You guys see that? They were like, oh, here, Olajuwon, stand up. Let me pick you up on your arm that's fucked up. Come on, stand up. He's like, get the fuck off me.
See them hooked up right here, and he comes around. And right there on the elbow, came out of that, holding the arm.
I could have made a mistake too.
It's still tough to see how he hurt it or what he did to it. Trainer Ray Melchiori working on him.
Well, you know, if you hit that funny bone and you hit it just right, it can deaden everything. It can be one of the most excruciating types of pain. You're going to have to drop in and make somebody else a shooter.
Hornacek dishes off for Malone.
Maya knows how quality care can bring out a smile.
Olajuwon on the nice lead from Kenny Smith. Drexler behind his back to Olajuwon. Shot clock at 4. Hakeem with the jumper. Malone. Got it.
The end of the first half is built into a flurry. The Rockets have to answer and answer quickly.
Kenny Smith had it stripped. And Malone has the ball and calls timeout. Top. Cross court, Malone gets a man in the air, puts up the shot and draws the foul.
And points to himself.
The lob for Olajuwon. Tries to get the shot away and he draws the foul. There you see the Indiana victory.
And hit. Trying to come back to Malone, keep the pressure on the Rockets.
Karl Malone. Olajuwon spins through the foul. The basket does not count.
Yeah, Carr doesn't like the call, but they'll take the results because they take the basket away. He beats them with the spin and the extension for 2. They just inbound the ball. Kenny Smith comes out of the ball game.
6 on the shot clock. Malone with 2 on the clock. Got it.
They've done a better job at pressuring the ball, and it's made it difficult to enter the ball into the second.
Okay, not only did Hakeem throw it down, they were fronting him with 3 players, it looks like, so they couldn't drop it down low, standing to block it. Man, I don't even know how they got the pass down low, let alone him throwing it down, big man. Let's take a look at that again. It should be in this possession.
They've done a better job at pressuring the ball, and it's made it difficult to enter the ball into the second that killed the Rockets.
And whistle blows. That's Karl Malone, a little upset.
Olajuwon has had this position, but they haven't been able to get him the ball. They finally do. For Jazz converge too late. He throws it down.
Meanwhile, at this end, Chucky Brown has been called for his 5th personal foul. Olajuwon down low, got the basket. Hakeem Olajuwon. 2 points, 8 rebounds for Keith Malone.
Too deep.
And Malone will go to the line again. Down low to Malone.
Again, Malone waiting to see what happens. A good read by Olajuwon to make the save, but the ball there. They have to have some room for him to operate. They didn't, so that makes him come from the outside.
Cassell hits the 3.
When in doubt, they come to Malone.
Karl, power move across the middle, draws the foul. Let's go to Hannah Storm.
Plenty of time to get back in the game. They got to get Olajuwon jump-started again. They get a foul against Antoine Carr, so that'll send him to get to the other end of the floor.
Olajuwon across the lane, got it. Hakeem Olajuwon. Olajuwon. And that basket will not count. Looking for its first lead since a 45-44 advantage early in the 3rd quarter. Let's check in with Hannah Storm.
Go up with this possession.
Olajuwon off the baseline. Got it! Stockton looks to Malone. Malone.
To enter the ball, now they're going against the clock.
And as he made his spin, he was fouled. That shot will not count. Foul is on Karl Malone, gives it to Olajuwon. The double team, Chucky Brown underneath, and draws the foul. In a hurry, down the lane, kicks it back. Malone, 3-pointer, top of the key, off the mark. Chamber follows and is fouled. Stockton, short. Olajuwon with the rebound, and he's fouled.
They had to. They went for the quick hit to get within 1 to give up a basket of any kind.
Malone, long 3-pointer is good. Rockets have a timeout to burn. The inbound, Hornacek has to foul Drexler.
Malone wasted no time in torching this one right in the heart.
3-point lead for the Rockets. Here comes Stockton, and fouled by Kenny Smith.
Smart play by Kenny Smith. Very smart. Looking for a mate. No,
Drexler with the ball, and draws the foul, and will go to the other end with 2 seconds to play. 31 for Drexler. And Stockton casts off at the buzzer. It's short, and the defending champions survive a Game 5. Houston 95, Utah 91.
All right, that was really good stuff, man. That was really fun. We might have to check out some other games from that series. Hakeem going against Utah, man. You seen Jeff Hornacek, sweaty ass Jeff Hornacek. Every time I think of Jeff Hornacek, I swear to God, every time that dude would shoot a free throw, he'd do one of these. Just sweat pouring down his white ass face. Jeff Hornacek on the Utah Jazz, Mr. Sweaty. But there it is, Hakeem Olajuwon versus Karl Malone. 2 of the big powerhouse teams out there in the Western Conference, in the 90s, I should say. Obviously, the Utah Jazz would get to 2 straight NBA Finals in 97 and 98, lose both of them to Chicago Bulls, but don't get it twisted. Those are really good Utah Jazz teams. Houston would go on to win their second NBA championship, knocking off a very young Orlando Magic team. Nick Anderson missing some clutch free throws. I think it was game 1 or game 2. in Orlando. But there it is. Good stuff. 1995 NBA playoffs. Houston versus Utah. Hakeem Olajuwon versus Karl Malone and sweaty-ass Jeff Hornacek. Made it this far. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. See you.